So a bunch of reliable rumors about Nintendo have been surfacing, probably intentionally leaked, and one is that a Mother 3 US version is finally gonna arrive, and if you played Earthbound before, you know that that's great. However, I have a huge concern that Nintendo of America is going to heavily butcher the game for the sake of marketing and for appeal. If you don't know how Nintendo works, let me lay it out for you. Nintendo of Japan, for the most part, develops and makes the games. They then send the game out to Nintendo of Europe and Nintendo of America to translate for their respective regions. Each region has all creative liberties to alter the game to make them marketable and appropriate for their own regions. Since the beginning, Nintendo of America has marketed themselves as more family friendly and for children. This whole process is known as localizing. However, a few games as of late are a bit different. Now this is my opinion and it hasn't at all stopped me from supporting Nintendo, and if anything, this is my critique out of love for Nintendo. I want to see them do better and make better games. Keep that in mind that this is just my perspective. Nintendo of America has gotten lazy with translating. Nintendo of America seems to like to use internet references and dated references in their games. So what exactly is the problem with doing this? I mean, the level of polish found in Nintendo games is always crazy, but the writing and marketing done by Nintendo of America just doesn't do them justice at all. It's cringeworthy and a huge turnoff, despite the polish and good gameplay. And this has all really started with the marketing, and since then it's inhabited the games. When you put this into a game, not only is it throwing off how polished it is, but it's also dating the game, and in a bad way. There's a difference between referencing to a time of history for the sake of satire or for portraying the world, and dating your work so that it would only make sense during that time.
More like Meme Lands too. More like Meme Lands, the pre-meme core.
See, how is this dialogue supposed to make sense in a few years? It looks like a bad translation, like a mistake. And there's a ton of my body is ready jokes in Nintendo games as of late, as if the joke wasn't already beaten to the ground. I can understand why people would say I'm looking at this entirely wrong, and that some of the examples I use are really situational, but I got a real life example from you from game devs. Earlier this month in March, Monster Hunter localization dev aims to keep memes out of localized game scripts. Andrew Alfonso, localization director at Capcom Games, is quoted for saying, "I started thinking that I don't want people picking up games on release saying, I like these in-style meme references, and then another player picking it up 4 years later and thinking they referenced 300, that sucks." So I get that it can come off as if I have like a stick up my ass, but there definitely seems to be people actually in the industry that agree. So this is where the fear of Nintendo of America poorly treating Mother 3 is coming from. You gotta understand, Earthbound was an absolute masterpiece. Its atmosphere, its mechanics, its adorable, charming writing, it stood the test of time and is still charming in 2016. Following up Earthbound with a game that's writing isn't even on par with it is like Disney releasing its direct-to-VHS movies directly in theaters. But hey, it is just a fear. Of course I still want Mother 3 to happen, and I still support it happening. I just want it to be treated with the respect it deserves. And if it isn't, well, I'll probably just write a tweet about it and move on with my life.